the Looking and Feeling Your Best at Any Age channel on YouTube. Just stopping by to share a short video. I normally say quick, and I realize that I'm overusing the word, so I'm hoping it would be a short video talking about one of your greatest assets when you're trying to lose or maintain your weight. And at 51, I've mentioned to you guys probably ad nauseum that I'm on the treadmill 5 days a week, and you know, it's gone from like 76 minutes like now to 80 minutes, but today I did do 81 minutes because I really wanted to get past the 5.7 mile milestone, and so which I did, but yay. So I mean, it's just such a blessing at this age to be able to work out at this level of intensity on the weekend, you know, to try to minimize the risk to my joints. I wind up, you know, just walking, but no jogging or any impactful type exercise. So, but in doing all of that, you know, like I may say it, you know, kind of like in a cavalier way, like, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. But, you know, there is like a sort of maintenance that needs to occur in order for your, you know, your feet, which are your most important assets, I think, when you're trying to maintain a workout routine like that. And as I mentioned in some of the other videos that, you know, I've gotten under control my whole eating of the chocolate-covered donuts, the fudge-covered graham crackers, the Little Debbie's, which I realized are not my friend. And so now I'm really on a path to starting to, you know, drop the 10 pounds that I wanted to drop by vacation, and not just for vacation, but just for a lifestyle. And I also don't want to continue on that path of overeating with the sweets, especially since I am in my 50s, and it will just lead to ruin. So anyway, what I want to talk about today was the maintenance of your feet, because I have mentioned that in my different workouts over the last, I would say maybe 7 years at least, you know, I've battled on and off plantar fasciitis, and then, you know, I got over that, and I went to one podiatrist, you know, who gave me, you know, prescribed regimen, and I was on the treadmill, couldn't do any faster than like 3.3 miles an hour, which was a pain in the butt because the snacking that I was doing was more than some 3.3 miles an hour on the treadmill. So then I wound up going to another podiatrist who realized that I didn't have plantar fasciitis at that time. I wound up having just plantar fasciosis, which are like little tears, I think, in your heels instead of, you know, just the full inflammation of the plantar fascia. Look at me trying to sound like a foot expert. But anyway, so I have to really be on guard of my heels. Oh, and speaking of the fact, I'm wearing 2 separate shoes, which which I should have mentioned. I'm still trying to decide which shoe to wear. Either the strap sandals that I got from White House Black Market on sale probably about 4 or 5 years ago for less than 50 bucks, and then versus the Ross non-West sandals that I got for $19.99 probably about 3 or 4 years ago. So I think both of them look cute. I can't decide, but as I was trying them on, it made me think about the fact that, you know, you take your feet so much for granted. Actually, in the right shoe, even though it's pretty comfortable, I do feel my right heel, and over the last few days I have been doing some maintenance on my feet because I do feel like some of the traces of plantar fasciitis trying to return, much to my dismay. But anyway, one of the biggest lessons that I got from the first podiatrist, who was, you know, confused in his thinking, and he didn't have the actual machine that you stand on, and they take, you know, imprints of your feet, and they see where the pressure is and see what your heels are actually looking like. But he did give me some good advice. He said, you know, don't walk barefoot in the house. So I have these Adidas slides that that I wear all the time when I'm in the house, you know, to keep my feet protected. Also because at my age, I went to the second podiatrist because my right foot was hurting in the shower, of all places, not in the treadmill, but in the shower. And so that's the only place that I'm fully barefoot. And so that second podiatrist mentioned that some of the body fat or foot fat had gone away, and it happens over time. And no, you can't take, you know, fat from your love handles and put them in your feet. So he recommended, you know, that it would be good to, you know, wear an orthotic. Orthotics are a great thing. The ones that you find in the store, you know, are okay if you don't have a lot of problems, but if you wind up having like problems with bunions or, like I said, chronic plantar fasciitis or plantar fasciosis, you may want an orthotic, and I have one, which was at a discount for like $4 something. And so a good podiatrist will tailor it to fit your feet and make any tweaks that you need as you have it. And they could last, up to 2 good years, which is what I got on the last one. But anyway, speaking of the bunion situation, I actually had a bunion, and I still have it, but for the most part, it's not a big deal when I wear shoes like these. But because the treadmill, it was starting to be a problem, and so the podiatrist wound up adjusting my orthotic in order to allow the bunion to like rest lower in the shoe, which was such a blessing. So I was able to continue because the bunion shut me down completely in my tracks. I couldn't even pretend. Plantar fasciitis or OSHA's, you can pretend and you can get past it because as you warm up, it'll stop hurting. But the bunion said, no way, Jose. And so I immediately ran to the podiatrist. One thing that helped me get past it, in addition to what the podiatrist did to my orthotic, was this product I found at Ross called Flextastic, which they claim is the secret to healthier feet. I don't know about all of that, but it was very helpful for the bunion on my right foot. And what I did, I would put this on, like between my toes after my workouts while I was getting dressed, no more than for like 30 or 40 minutes. They claim that it can eradicate a bunion, but that's not really true according to the podiatrist. He said that you have to wear something like that for hours in order for your bunion to be corrected, or or for a long period. But to relieve it and to make it more comfortable, that was a great product to try if you do have issues with your bunion. And they have them for both feet, and that product was like under $10 at Ross, and I've seen them at Marshall's too. So you might want to check that out. And then another thing, because I am on the treadmill, like that 80 minutes, 5 days a week with the same running shoes. The podiatrist, he was like pointing out, I thought I had like a plantar's wart or something, but he said, no, it's just a callus. And it's caused by the fact that you're doing the same thing over and over, and so naturally those calluses will show up in the same place. So I wind up getting like calluses like behind my big toe, obviously on the balls of my feet or whatever. And so the heavy duty stuff, he'll do it and pull out his scalpel and go, it's just better than any pedicure you could ever have. So I actually love him. My husband was joking, calling him my boyfriend. But for at-home maintenance, Walmart has this product for $2.97. It's by Trim. It's a callus corn shaver. I'm reading it on the back, and only $2.97. And it's a product that that I use on a regular basis to make shoes like these very comfortable. Like right now, like this shoe right here, it's just awesomely comfortable right now. And it's in part to the callus shaver. And then another thing, since I told you that my plantar fasciitis or OSA's is acting up, one thing that I've been doing to combat the inflammation is using this thing by Zensation Athletics. It's specifically for plantar fasciitis. You keep it in the freezer, and then, like right now, it's basically frozen, and then you massage your heels on it, like after your workouts. And I kind of like lean in, like for the inner heel, that's where I'm really feeling it. And believe it or not, after doing this for like maybe 5 minutes, all of a sudden you're starting to feel some of the inflammation break up or break out. Well, break up, yeah. And you could use Advil, but I don't recommend people using Advil over a long period. I might use Advil, every few months or maybe even a couple of times a year for something like this. More so for knee pain if I had a major problem. But for plantar fasciitis and issues of the feet, I don't use products like that. But anyway, so we got that. And then the last thing that I just found at Marshall's, when I was there looking for someone's birthday gift, I wound up finally finding this pressure point massager by, it's called Soothe by Apana. I'm not sure, A-P-A-N-A. But anyway, it's a pressure point massage stick that relieves tense muscles and stimulates blood flow. Use on legs, arms, shoulders, feet, lower back, wherever soothing massage is needed. Portable. Take it on vacation, to the office, to the yoga studio, anywhere. I'm actually going to keep it in the car with me for long trips. It was on sale at Marshall's for $7.99, but they're showing that, it could be sold as high as $25. And the reason I got this is because I noticed that some of the football players on my son's college football team have massagers, and like, you know, you'll see them doing this type of thing, like to loosen up the muscle on the front of your thigh. And it's important to keep that loose because that has contributed to some of the problems that I've experienced with my hamstring. And so I've been using this to, you know, to loosen up my hamstring. And so it's actually very neat. It's kind of, and you can use it on your feet too. I use it on my heel, but because of the regular grooves, it's kind of annoying, more so than the thing by Zensation that I just showed you. But this is a great thing on long trips because I'm just a nut in terms of driving. Like, I'll drive from Connecticut to Virginia and won't even stop unless I need to get gas or something, and because I'm a person on a mission, but that can lead to, you know, my hamstring being tight. So, but like I said, this could be used for your feet as well. So these are all of the things that I use for my feet, and if anyone saw that my nails were in need of a touch-up, I actually have this for when I go get in the car. So, so I'll be all set to face the day, and praise the Lord, wearing a dress that I bought probably from like maybe 2009 from Cachet before they went out of business. So the blessing of still being able to wear that and it not being too tight where I can't sit. I'm still on a mission to lose weight and not eating snacks after dinner. Praise the Lord, haven't been eating pizza. So really trying to get myself together in my middle-aged years. So I'm hoping that this encouraged anyone out there who is still on the fence about exercise. You got to do it. You got to find something to do. Even if you don't jog, in the minutes that I mentioned on the treadmill, that 81 minutes, only 45 minutes of it is actual jogging. The rest is walking. So you don't have to jog or run. You can walk. I mean, you can do whatever you need to do, but you got to do something. So anyway, guys, hopefully that helped, and hopefully it's still considered a short video. Because I just shared everything that I do. Still don't know what shoe, but I think I'm going to go with this one since I'm not feeling the heel. But we'll see how it feels. But hopefully you can give your opinion as well as to which one. So if I wear this again before the summer is over, I'll know what your thoughts are. But thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. And also visit me on my website, which is www.yourbestatanyaage.com. Looking forward to talking to you. Share your comments and thoughts. Until then, have a good one.